For starters, if you need 10,000 GPUs to support 100,000 players, I think you've made some bad decisions along the way.
But that's a point also why we have to struggle with this, not just ourselves, but you have to be versant in this, because if you just think, oh, these folks will scale this for me. I was like, if I came to you and said, if this game takes off and even if I can monetize it, I need 10,000 GPUs. Can you deliver them? Yeah. An interesting conversation to have. And of course, the hyperscalers would love for the game industry to need all these GPUs. But I think it's also incumbent upon them. Like, there's this partnership that I think we need to have to say the products they're building, even, right? And the way they're building them are oriented, I think, to more enterprise agentic forms that I think games push the technology a little differently. And so if you're either going to need to build that yourself, or you're going to need to have engage with them to understand like why I can't just use Vertex or Bedrock out the gate because of my latency requirements or something else. Because we just have a different way of wielding the technology, I think we will, than someone who's building it to enhance their tax application software or whatever.
There's quite a bit to unpack there. For starters, if you need 10,000 GPUs to support 100,000 players, I think you've made some bad decisions along the way because you've just incinerated your budget. If you're talking to AWS, you're talking to Azure, you're talking to GCP, and you say, hey, this is what I need for now. This is what my scaling requirements are going to be. Can you allocate the hardware to support that? They love those conversations. You have them far enough in advance, you can actually get those kinds of allocations put in place. You can allocate them dynamically, so you could have GPU workloads distributed geographically to support a global player base. There are solutions there. Unfortunately, they're often really expensive. You mentioned Bedrock, you mentioned Vertex. Yes, yeah, I can just upload a model or use one of their existing models, call the API, I'm done. All infrastructure is managed by them, and that's an easy way to get in the door. But it doesn't give you the tight control that you can have with Kubernetes, where you can fine tune and have discrete control over every little facet of cost. But it requires a much, much higher skill level.